family.
And in the aftermath of that bus crash, emergency officials in Orange County are renewing calls to have what's known as crash gates installed on I-84.
They say it'll give a more direct route for first responders to get to a crash site. Fox 5's Arthur Chian joins us now. And Arthur, apparently this is something that they'd been asking for years.
Years, if not even decades, Steve, Natasha. The crash site on I-84 is about 45 miles northwest of the city. There were 40 students and 4 adults on board, and local officials say the massive emergency response that was needed shows why a special access road is so important at that location.
It is frustrating.
In a crash where minutes count, local officials and firefighters in Orange County say precious time may have been lost in last week's charter bus crash that killed 2 people and injured 40 others after it veered off the road and rolled down a 50-foot ravine. Now they are calling on the state and Governor Hochul to fund their ongoing demand for an access road to be installed, referred to as a crash gate, that would allow rescue crews to get to crashes faster.
And not just a minute more quickly, 2 minutes more quickly, we're talking 10 minutes more quickly could be the difference between life and death.
Without a crash gate to access the road, emergency vehicles, as was the case last week, have to drive to the next exit ramp after the scene and then double back. The charter bus that crashed was carrying students from Farmingdale High School on Long Island to a band camp. The sheer number of the injured intensified the emergency, with dozens of students having to be transported to 6 different hospitals. 5 of them were in critical condition. Local officials say they have been demanding a crash gate to be built for 20 years now, and that the bus crash shows why it has to be done now.
We would have gotten there sooner. I would say anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes sooner, how that would have changed the outcome, I don't know. But I think it would have been good for us to obviously be there as soon as possible, just to start assessing the scene.
As for the cause of the crash, investigators continue looking into whether a faulty front tire was to blame. Meanwhile, the high school's superintendent says while some of the injured students are struggling, all of those who were injured are expected to recover.